Hey loved ones, it's Love. So this video is in response to my sister Beatrice. This is your intervention, sweetie. She put out a video recently, excuse me, and it was on my Facebook feed. Provocative in Pink shared it. It was titled, "Don't Transition, Please. Do Not Transition, Please," if I'm not mistaken. But in the video, she was disgruntled with the fact of not being able to find sincere or true love. What she's come accustomed to, as per the video, is playing pussy stunts or playing pussy, as we girls tend to call it, when you're playing fish and the man doesn't know your tea, for those of you who didn't know. But firstly, I want to just thank her and commend her, you Beatrice, for being so forthcoming and so honest, because that's a side of transitioning and transgender-ness or ish that we don't see or don't hear about, especially on YouTube or in the World Wide Web. I do know your plight, especially when it comes to the struggle with men, because I'm one also that previous to knowing about all the deaths and tragedies of our sisters, I was one that didn't tell my tea. And to today, sometimes I don't tell my tea, well, most of the time I don't tell my tea. Especially if we're just meeting and you're just getting my number. Like for me, it boils down to me wanting you to know me for me, as opposed to knowing, okay, well, she a tranny or she transgender and she's just gonna be my fetish. You know, I want you to get to know me so I can see how much of a lasting or how much of a relationship this can build from. When you say lies, I just say it's living my life. I'm living the person that I am. And I'm becoming more wiser as I get older of telling my tea. Maybe not on a regular, but more frequently than I used to. I will caution you or ask that you seek, it's my baby Bumpy, that you seek therapy. To have someone impartial means the world, that can give you guidance or listen to you. Because it sounds like what you're dealing with is more than just relationship. It's issues of loneliness and, of course, men and women relationships, but it sounds much deeper than just seeking the love of a man. Ain't that right, Mom? Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't go as far as to tell other would-be girls not to transition, because everybody has their own walk. And I think, and I know from my experience, that being transgender is more than our relationships is with men. And one of the questions that I would pose to you and to would-be transgender women is to think of why you're transitioning. Like, what's the reason for your transition? Is it to meet boys? Is it to be hot cheese? Is it what's your reason for transitioning? Mine was because I always felt in my heart of hearts that I was a woman and I wanted to match my outside with what my inside was feeling or representing. So what's your reason for transitioning? Like, if it was just to meet men, then yeah, you're fucked. Like, you can meet men all day, they don't want to fucking screw, but it has to be better or bigger than that. Your reasoning for transitioning has to be bigger than that. I would hope it would be, because I just would hope that you wouldn't just want to buy implants just so that you can meet men, or take hormones just so that you can meet men. This is a hard walk. that we have to walk. This is no easy journey. And if it's just for the sake of meeting men, then we've done it for the wrong reason. So I hope that wasn't or is not the case. And when you say that when we go on this journey, we have to give up love, I have a sister that thinks like you. And it's sad to say, but there's love. There's somebody for everybody. I just have to look to our representations of good love, like our sister Janet Mock, our sister Carmen Carrera, and many other women that we don't know because they're not popular. They don't have any fans or a following, that have husbands, that have, but we don't know how healthy the relationship is because we're on the outside looking in. But there are those representations of relationships out there. We just have to keep pushing forward. That's the one thing, because like I said, there's somebody for everybody. I just got out of a 6-year relationship. Mind you, he didn't know my tea. I played pussy stunts as well, and probably still don't know the tea. And that's fine. But, and I have a friend as well who, when I got into my relationship, I was letting her know, and she got into a relationship. She was in one for 4 years, and her guy was an officer, didn't know her tea at all. But yeah, so it can happen and it is possible. But to have something true and lasting, we have to come from an honest place, we have to give our whole selves, that being the reality and the truth. And I know it's hard because I'm living that same life, and I think that's the kinship that we as transgender women have. We're all walking the same walk. When you say that you don't like anything that has to deal with TS or transgender or tranny, I understand that sentiment. I live and have lived a stealth life. I work in a very I would think it was progressive, but it's not. I work in a very male dominant driven field, banking and finance, and a lot of people don't know my tea at my job. I would want to think that it was forward, and they were forward thinking, but the conversations that I heard in passing let me know that they don't know that I am who I am. But I can tell you and caution you that is being stealth or living the stealth life. It's a lonely life. And having fish friends or being friends with cisgendered men and women, that's nice. I have some cisgendered friends, but they don't know the walk that we walk. They don't know our plight because they haven't lived or walked a day in our shoes. What I can say is they may give you some tips and pointers, but again, it can always help to have a transgender friend or sister to talk about these issues with, because again, it's just not you suffering through this or suffering. I want you suffering. It's just not you going through these types of things. We all are. We all are. So yeah, I would definitely caution you to seek an outside voice, be that your transgender friend or be that a therapist. I've seen several therapists, child, and it helps. It really does help. That's really all I can say in reference to that. But if I can see you, I'll just give you the biggest hug and just know that you're loved, my sister, and know that you are loved. And just know that you are not alone. We all are going through the same things as transgendered women. But we just have to keep going. Don't give up on love because it's out there. And don't be caught up and fall for that. Love is not for the transgender woman, because that's a falsity. That's an untruth. Love is for everybody. And if you keep working on you, love will find you. It really will. It really will. But yeah, know that you're loved. Know that you're loved. And know that you're not alone. Reach out to me. If I could reach out to you. I would give you the biggest hug. maybe we can talk one day when you're sober, probably. But big hugs to you. Love you.